Alright everybody, took 5 years to make this video, but there's the mobile home that was down at the bottom of the hill last time you saw it. We built our decks on it, fixed it up a little bit on the inside. The outside, the only thing we done on the outside was just paint it, and like I said, build the decks on it. And there's actually 12 solar panels on top of that porch roof right there, the deck roof. There's 12 solar panels up there. And as you can see, it's on top of the hill. All heavily wooded.
That's our driveway, one of the driveways we started to have pushed in, but we're not using it yet. We don't have no gravel on it.
Yep. It goes up right there here and then kind of cuts back over to where my trailer's sitting over there. It's all flat right there. Well, kind of flat, flat-ish. Anyway, there's a picture of the mobile home now. It's on top of the hill where we wanted it up there, because right, let's see, right here is the view. Nothing but thick trees, heavily wooded trees.
Which is what it was when we got it.
Yeah.
But we had some pushed off.
Yep. That's the way it looked before we started. It's real thick like that, and we're just leaving everything that don't need to be taken out. If it's in the way of a solar panel or fall on the house or anything like that, we'll take it down. But anyway, there's an update picture of the trailer. We'll go up here and show you the chicken barn. We're going to go up and there's the chicken barn we built. The chicken house, basically. We're going to feed them anyway, so it's a good time to show you guys the new chicken house. It's 16 by 32. There's 30. She has 30 laying hens. What they call ice of reds, ice of browns, or something like that. I'm going to feed them, but if you want to show them, you lay them, your nesting boxes and stuff like that while I feed them.
Okay, sure. This is our hen house that we built. Some of them go in here. The nesting boxes that we built for the inside. A couple roosters in there. Here's the roosting rack. Our roosters.
This one's your pet?
Yeah. Yeah, lady likes to be pet. You can also go under here, and then there's a door, I don't know if you can see it, that they can go into the other side.
Show me a nesting box.
Here's the other nesting box. They've got some swings in here. We've got them actually 3 swings, and then some cabbage. But as you can see, they're nesting and putting eggs in some of the boxes. This is just what we had in the last little while. But you want to tell them about your feeders and waterers?
Yeah. These are the bulk feeders that I made. This one's 55 gallon, that's 30 gallon. I just take the elbows and drill a 3.5 inch hole in the elbows that I got. I think they're called straight elbows. They go through and you put the feet on the end, it kind of locks it in there. And it holds, I think this one holds 6 50-pound bags. And this is the feed we mix. It's a little bit of everything. It's wheat, corn, sunflower seeds. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. It's supposed to be really good for protein and make them lay eggs. And we also keep laying mash over there too, just in case. That's what I'm doing now, putting the laying mash in here. And this is the water that's dirty right now, and they got wood chips all in it. But this thing holds 55 gallons of water, and it's the cups. They're okay, but just for now, because I'm redoing the watering system, I have a 275 gallon tote on the back where the gutter is going to go in. It's going to come in right over there where that spigot is. I'll show them that. I got it plumbed in right there. Then we have a water with a float that's going to hook to that. That's going right off the 275 gallon tote. So, I mean, it all works good. We need to clean out that pool. Yeah, they got it full of wood shavings down. It looks dirty, but it's just wood shavings in it. But they cleaned that out today. And that's pretty much it over here.
Oh, are you ready to eat? Are you ready to eat? Look, I got you some nuts. I got you some nuts. Is that good? Is that good? There's some to your friends? There's some to your friends?
One thing we forgot to mention up here in the chicken barn is we do keep oyster shells out all the time for them here. I made a little trough lock to put it in, so they have access to oyster shells all the time. They like that lettuce. They've already almost ate that one cabbage. We just put that up an hour ago, something like that. So anyway, there they are.
Hey, babies.
One other thing we're doing now is I have these oats and the feed that we mixed in there. I don't know if you can see them right now. Just harvest plot oats. I think you're supposed to plant them to oats. We put them in here and pour water in them to ferment them. As you can see, it's absolutely fermenting.
They really like that.
Yeah, that's all it does is swell the grains up and doubles your feed. We feed them that once a day. We have that. I don't know if you can see or not, that black pan in there, right there. We have that, and we put about half of that in it. So anyway, that's pretty good. All right.
We have 4 275-gallon water totes that we use for our rain catchment from our guttering system down to our system. And once it goes into the house, Chris has a filtering system on it.
Yeah, a whole house water filter. I painted these right here. That is not mildew inside the tank. That's paint I just splattered on there because I ran out of paint, and they're up to there right now. And that water's, well, as you can see, it's crystal clear. Just going out there, no algae or nothing in it. So we can hook a water hose here if we need to, but out there, they're linked together at the top with 2-inch pipe all the way across, and at the bottom with 1-inch pipe that goes into a T, and then one goes into the house. And the guttering goes over to the front porch. Guttering it all runs back here, and that's the overflow. I need to hook that up and run it off the bank. But I built it up off the ground I need to finish boxing that in. I'm gonna basically build a room around it, insulate it really good for wintertime. But as you can see, that's pretty much it. Started the roof on it. I gotta put more boards and put the metal on it, put the metal around it. The metal's actually laying right there to go around it.
We plan on extending this and doing an addition.
Yeah, the back porch. We're actually going to be removing this back porch. I'm going to tear it back down and I'm going to build it out. We're actually going to build it the length of the trailer. The water totes will be eventually moved behind that, over here somewhere behind that. And of course I just showed that, but we'll take and redo the plumbing then and the gutterings and all that stuff. But we're going to build a what's called a pantry room onto the back of the trailer, insulate it kind of like a refrigerator room kind of thing, and I'm going to build a roof over the whole entire trailer, because that thing's like an oven right now. If you don't keep the mini split running, it's like an oven in there. And we did put a chimney. Me and my nephew built that chimney right there, and we put a wood heater inside plus the mini split. I mean, you gotta have backup for your backup, and there's plenty of wood up here. So there's that. This is the mini split. This is on the eBay specials. I think like 600 bucks, something like that. And this thing is not energy efficient whatsoever. You can hear it running now. There's a line set. I still got to cover the line set up with the pieces. I just haven't done that because I'm going to be moving it anyway. I'm going to be moving outside. But I mean, you can see that. And it's all off solar, which we'll be showing you in a minute. There's the chimney. Can't really see it, but
right up in here is where we plan on putting like a 20 by 40 shop for him.
Yep. It's kind of flat right there, but I still have to have some more work done to it. Actually going to dig into the bank a little bit more all around through here, make a bigger spot here and gravel it. Well, I say gravel it, but if we can get somebody to bring it. But that's where we're going to put that. We also thought about putting a shipping container over here into this bank over here, right here in this bank here. And we're going to burn that wood pile. And that's one of those canopies from Walmart that it didn't like the wind up here too much. And I don't know if you can see them or not, but right there are the hawks after our chickens. But anyway, shipping container into this bank right here. Kind of want it buried into the bank and just the doors exposed, nothing but the doors sticking out. That way it'll be under the ground. And we'll have, yeah, and that right there is an old battery box that I built. It's still got deep cycle batteries in it, like 16 batteries in it that we don't ever use. It just sits there. I built it for the camper. But there's kind of a view up, back up to the trailer here. So the trailer's up there. And here's coming up the driveway where we park side by side, and here's the gate going onto the front porch, front deck. And chickens have come down here and destroyed the mulch, the internet, because as you can see there's no power lines of any sort hooked to it. That is a street light we got at the flea market, like 40 bucks. It's solar, it's got a solar panel on top of it. It actually does really well. It lights up everything over here overnight. Like I said, there's 12 solar panels on top of that porch roof right there. And that's an external antenna for the T-Mobile. It don't work too good, but there's a, when you pull up, that's how you see the chicken barn that we built. That's it there. Got a street light there on the end of it. It lights up the no trespassing sign. And smile, you're on camera, because we do have a lot of cameras here. And there's the other 8 panels. Those are going to go down and go on that. And I have 12 more panels on the front porch sitting there that is going to be on the top of there too. I'm going to build like a lean-off porch type roof off in front of that, just so I can put more solar panels, because the sun's always this way. So
then we're going to link the greenhouse.
Yeah. And after we move that, like she said, we're going to build a greenhouse all the way out here. Be a good sized greenhouse over here in this area. Alright. This is the solar system. This is the 12K from Signature Solar, 48 volt system. We was running 24 volt system, and the only way to get a large all-in-one basically is to go to 48 volt. They say they're more efficient. I'm going to say no, they're not. Just my opinion. Because when we had 24 volt, right here is the batteries, the Life Power 4 from Signature Solar. They're 24 volt batteries, so I had to make one and one 48 volt batteries, had to link them together, and running 24 volts I had 1600 amp hours. Alright, when I went to 48 volt I got 800 amp hours, so it cut my basically my batteries in half to run at the 48 volt. I mean, it works good. I'm gonna get 4 more batteries because I have 4 in each cabinet. I have 2 cabinets, I have 4 in each cabinet. These things are so expensive, they're $1,500 a pop. For each battery is $1,500. So anyway, back to the 12K. This is the Grow Watt 12K 48 volt 12,000 watt inverter. It'll surge 36,000 watts for 10 minutes or something, like that. I can't remember exactly the specs on it. If you want to know, I can look it up. But as far as running the house, you couldn't ask for anything better than this right here. This right here will run anything that we've got or we will ever have hooked to it. It's flawlessly. But now charging is a different story. I have 24 panels basically running into this right now, and 40-50 amps is the most I've seen go into the batteries. Alright, I had the exact same panels. There's a input 1, input 2 for solar down here. I can take input 1 and put it right here into this midnight solar, and input 2 and put it right back into this outback, and I can get 80-90 amps all day long out of these two things right here. And this thing right here don't even put half that. So the charging part of it I'm not too thrilled with. It may be in the settings, I don't know, but I've talked to Signature Solar about it, and evidently they don't know. But this is not in service yet. The 12 panels that I've said I have on the porch will be going into this midnight solar. It's wired up to the batteries now. I mean, I can flick it on, it'll come on, but no solar's into it. So that's that. And here is this receptacle here. I don't have a 48 volt charger yet, you know, like for backup. I'm gonna order one soon, but basically what I'll do is I'll hook it to my batteries and I'll plug it in here, and this has got a 10 gauge drop cord run 100 foot long out of the house and roll up into the back here, and I can plug it into the generator and crank the generator. That way if I need to run the generator to charge the batteries if cloudy or whatever. But so far we've run solar up here and we've never used a generator, never. So far, knock on wood. But anyway, so far we've never had to do that. Okay, let's see. Like I said, neither one of these are in service. I had them these both hooked up with a 24 volt system. I had 2 of the 3,000 watt Grow Watts. One of them went out, and I wanted to upgrade larger, so I just went ahead and switched to 48 volt and got the big 12K. They have a 18K out too, but the power on it is still just 12,000 watts. It's like false advertisement with that thing. It still only puts out 12K, just like this one. That's the fans kicking on now. That's the only thing about that thing. The fans are really loud, but I can put up with it. I run an external breaker box here. It goes from here, the power goes from here, 240 out of here and to here. Okay, and then a 100 amp breaker from here over to the main panel of the house. That way I can turn the power off here and there, here to the house, and I have 2 other breakers, 2 20 amp breakers in here, set if I want to run a receptacle like to the freezer, I can shut the house off and still leave my freezers running. So that's the purpose behind that. here's the solar panels coming in. They're all on a breaker. These are DC rated breakers. Anyway, each panel series or whatever you want to call it is on a breaker, and they have both go in here. So anyway, there's that, and the Midnight Classic is also on a breaker too. This is not on a breaker because it has its own breakers. I don't know if you can see it or not. Under here has built-in breakers here, and the batteries have built-in breakers also. That's the cabinets from Signature Solar, and the EG4 cabinets. They hold 6 batteries in each one. I have 4 in each one right now. Yeah, they're very expensive, so I have to work on that when I can. I need 4 more. I am going to get 4 more batteries. And like I said, it runs from that breaker panel. That's like a sub panel, and it runs over to the main panel of the house. And then this powers the house, basically just like a normal home. This is the water heater that I was talking about. This is a hybrid water heater. This is 120 volt. It has a 15-gallon tank in it. Holds 15 gallons. It'll run 800 watts is the most I've seen it use, and sometimes it's like 500 or 600, and it will heat water twice as fast as a conventional water heater, or it does for us. I ain't gonna say it will for you, but it does for us. So like we can turn it on and let it heat up, and then turn it back off after it kicks off, and then we can still shower for 2 to 3 days with the water. You know what I mean? Because it gets that hot. It gets hot enough to really burn you if you ain't careful. But anyway, it's same style as a heat pump. It's basically a heat pump. And whenever it's running, cold air comes out of here, and I run a duct tape, a vent pipe here. So basically, this is a heat pump, and the cool air will actually go in. I've got a vent here that blows it into the kitchen side, like an extra air conditioner. Same thing as the air conditioner. But you can get into the settings and get it to blow the hot air out somewhere or another. I don't know how. I've never done that, but that's what they said. You can get it to blow hot air, like in the wintertime, be a heater, but we just leave it on cool, and when it's on, it'll blow cool air into the house. And over here's where it comes out. There's actually an external dryer, I think, vent, but I like the way it works. Can't get your fingers in there, but when it blows cold air out, the vents lift up and blows cool air out in here, and it kind of pushes it down to the ground where it helps a little bit. And that's that. And this is the Renogy monitor. It tells you where your batteries are at, and how many watts you're using, amps, whatever. You know, how many amps coming out of the batteries, where your batteries are at, how many amp hours you got left, how many watts you're using, all that. Alright, we've redone the kitchen, all the floors, the wood, the laminate flooring. We've redone basically everything. Lower cabinets, new. Countertops are new. Refrigerator, hood, and the beadboard in the back here, that's actually stained and polyurethane really good. Amanda actually done that, and she stained it and polyurethane it. There's her eggs. That's like 3 days worth of eggs right there. What, 5.5 dozen eggs?
5.5 dozen, yeah.
In 3 days, 5.5 dozen eggs. So if you're close and you need eggs, let us know. Right there's the bar that we built. The bar stool, and as you can see, it's got overhang on the bar, so it can slide up and under it, and it does have storage under it. I put doors on it to where we can store stuff up and under it. It turned out pretty good at the top. We're doing the beadboard all the way around here, the bottom, that bottom, and have a freezer over in the corner. It is hooked up and working. It's full actually. Got the hiccup.
The little thing for the chickens.
Yeah, the chicken water. This one's something that we're going to switch over to up there at the chicken house. I got to figure out a way to fasten it down where they don't knock it over, but it's got a float in it. It comes from Rural King, like $40. It's got like a water hose fitting on it to hook to that spigot that she showed you up there, and it'll fill up and then stop off a 275-gallon tote. So that should work really good. All the floors in here has been redone. Then laminate floor put down on top. You can see the beadboard. We still got to do the beadboard here and behind the sofa, and then we're gonna do all the trim around the doorways and all that crap. But new doors, of course. We put new doors. That is that blind, something 9 window doors, 9 light door, whatever they call it. And then we bought the external blind that you stick on it. That actually works pretty cool. But Anyway, kind of a shot.
Rust us out.
Yeah, and that's, oh, we didn't go over the wood stove, did we? That's the wood stove and the chimney. I showed you outside that we built. We burned mostly those barrel logs right there. You put a couple of those in there, and that's all you got to put in there. And we still burn wood, but you better be cold when you do, because it gets hot. That thing gets really, really hot. Not really worried about, like, you know, the heat inside a mobile home or anything, because it's sitting on a hearth, concrete hearth. Alright, and it's also, I took out the framing for the window. This was a window here, and I took out the framing for it all the way down to the floor, and I poured concrete in there. So up to right there is solid concrete from here down, and it's braced underneath to it, blocks. When I set the trailer up, I put blocks under there because I knew this thing right here is very heavy. This heater is very heavy. I got to finish here up to the ceiling, and we're going to put the rock on it, but we do use it the way it is.
The fans help it blow out.
Yeah, the fans. We got these fans here that when they get hot, it'll start turning. I don't know what they're called, heat fans or something like that, but they work pretty good. That's pretty much it. The new sofa she just had to have the other day. That's pretty much it. But here on the solar system, I don't know if I told you this or not, but that's where you walk in the back door. I gotta fix those, and that's where the washer and dryer was at. All this is just honestly just temporary, because we're gonna build another room on just for the solar. We're gonna build a room on for like a pantry, and then I'm gonna put all the solar stuff in there also. So it'll be out here, and then the washer and dryer will go back right here where this is at. So, and then I'm going to put a closet back here and box that in where you can't see that. And then we got to put the laminate floor in here, and still got to do the bedrooms. But it's a work in progress. Alrighty.
Oh, one more thing, just to let you know, we can run anything that a regular home runs, even though we're on solar. Chris put me some lights in under here for when I'm cooking, a little extra light. We have an ice maker, of course a microwave, an air fryer, lots of eggs. But
that's the last, what, 3 days?
3 days, 5.5 dozen.
Yep.
So.
Yep. That's out of 30 hens though, I mean, which is still pretty good.
Yeah. The air fryer we use almost daily, of course. We try to not use the stove as much because it gets hot, but we do use it. Made a chicken pot pie today in it.
Yeah, and regular refrigerator, of course.
Yes, refrigerator.
But anyway, if anybody's close and needs eggs, we got plenty.
Yep.
Now, we do have another bedroom back there, but it's kind of a catch-all room right now. It's got all my tools and stuff like that in it, and our prepping supplies. We'll have to. That'll be another video we can do one day about our prepping supplies that we have. So if anybody wants to see that, we are, I guess what you say, preppers. We do have stuff put back. We'll have to do a video on that and show everybody what we got one day if you want. But anyway, that works. Alright, this video wasn't anything to show like us building anything or anything like that, and anything we do is just DIY or whatever you want to call it, and it's not expert advice, it's just how we do stuff. But I just want to tell everybody that we will be having a lot more videos coming out, and we're going to be working on a lot of projects. So we've got a lot of stuff we got to do. We've got to build a greenhouse, got to build the shop. We're even thinking about doing some Airbnb, little cabins like for other people to check out or whatever.
Finishing our flooring, finishing our B-board, staining our porch.
Oh yeah, there's tons of work we got to do inside the house.
Adding on to the can room and pantry, and
I got to finish the solar. Like I said, I'm going to be putting solar on that roof up there.
Extending it out a little bit.
Yeah, it's got to have 12 more panels. Like I said, they're sitting on the porch. They're piled up on the porch, covered up. They're going up there on the chicken barn, on the roof. We've got to finish the inside of the house. What else? The greenhouse will probably be after the solar is done. The greenhouse will probably be next, I would say. So hopefully we'll get started on that this year. I'm not sure we'll get it done this year because everything is time and a lot of money. A lot of money. So
Still gotta do the fencing.
We gotta finish the fencing.
Fence.
Yeah. We'll finish that and hopefully get some goats or something down there to where they can be eating the bottom of the mountain off. The grass and brush and all that crap down there. And I mean there's tons of projects we're gonna be doing, and we'll start making videos of what we do and how we do it. So anyway, if you guys want to say something in particular, just let us know. Shoot us a message. How we done something, how we're going to do something, anything like that. Just let us know.
We're open to suggestions on anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not above suggestions or how to fix something or how to make it better. So if you see something that needs attention, which is pretty much everything, but it works, just let us know. Oh, and you didn't introduce me to
my little sidekick.
Yeah.
This is our little sidekick, this Buddy. He'll probably be in a lot of the videos. He follows me around.
But anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see some of the future projects that we're going to be doing very soon. Anyway, thanks you guys.